You smiling because you're nervous?
Yeah.
Well, it's too late now. You want to be on the field. We're going to get started. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Beyond the Field. I'm Cara, of course, your favorite E2E correspondent. And we have a guest, and his name is Mr. Earl. What would you like us to call you today?
Mr. Earl, fine, Coach Earl.
Coach Earl. Okay. And you're coaching with?
Southside Community City, Southside Ducks.
Okay.
I've been with Southside Community Center since 2015. We did spring 2017 was our first opportunity to work with E2E.
Okay.
We had a good experience that year with it.
Okay.
Yes.
That's dope. That's dope. What's your favorite part of football? I mean, what made you get in? Are you coaching or you just like the center supervisor?
Center supervisor. I started coaching in 1999 and became a staff person with the City of Richmond. But I've been coaching for a long time, and I like football, but that's not my favorite sport. I really like track.
Okay, track and field.
Track and field, yeah. But I just do coaching to get involved with the kids, be more involved with kids, and just that part of it, that aspect of it.
Okay. Do you coach with track and field as well?
I coach with the City of Richmond track for several years.
What's up, B Sounds? Can you say hey to our camera since you don't walk past it? Hey, B Sounds.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Yeah, go ahead. You were saying.
No, I said I did. We did track several early 2000 in the City of Richmond, and then I did it again like in 2016, 15, 16, 17.
Okay.
But now we still have track in the City of Richmond. I think it's Richmond Speed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we have a good turnout with that. But I haven't did it since a couple of years as far as running the center and all that, so I haven't had a chance to really get back into the track. Track is my favorite sport.
Oh, okay, so track is your favorite. Do your kids do? Well, I guess you coach. What age group do you coach?
This year I'll be coaching tens. I haven't really coached football since I was 11.
Oh, really?
This is my first time back coaching football on the sideline. So in 2011 we was able to win the AAU championship for the state of Virginia, and we took kids down to Florida, and that was in 2011. After that I started coaching.
Oh, okay.
For a period of time. So this will be my first year coaching. As a matter of fact, one of my youngest sons, he'll be playing on this team, so this will be my first time back coaching.
Are you excited to get back coaching?
That's Dre, y'all. He said he don't want to be on camera.
What's up?
I'm excited about it. Kind of. I'm nervous, yeah.
You nervous?
Kind of nervous. I haven't been in them shoes in a long time, so get back and see how the game has changed, see how people coaching out here. You gotta check everybody coaching, see how.
Right. It's like riding a bike, I would assume. You've coached Dre, right?
Yeah, I've coached before.
Okay, because Dre's son is the phenomenon.
Oh no, you're not phenomenal.
Not yet.
All that.
Not yet. He's coming though.
I was asking you, we're excited to get back into coaching because I miss it. I can't coach.
Miss
while
it.
I can't coach while with the org.
Oh yeah, it was true. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, kind of miss it, and I don't know. Like I said, for years of coaching before then, it was like the competition part of it, and coaching against. When I first started coaching, I was new to it. I never really coached kids and had dealt with them, so I was trying to learn the game of it. And I had a good mentor, and once I learned from him, I just took perspective from him and other people I seen coaching and tried to learn the game and different things, and always had good coaches around me. So it was good, and we always had good kids that we got from the inner city and watched them develop. And like I said, we started from Bellmead in 2001, then we went to TV Smith, and then we went to Southside. But we had a whole lot of good kids that came through the city at that time, good competition and good coaching against each other. So I just want to see if it's still out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So then, how do you feel now that you're gonna be coaching them? How do you feel like that dynamic is gonna be?
I don't know. I want to coach them. I give all my kids 1 year to be coaching them. I have two older sons, 25 and 23, and I coached them when they was younger. So they said I was tough on them. So
Oh, did they?
They said I need to be tough on this one. So I want to, you know what I'm saying? And my older two sons, they came through recreation and pop leagues and ended up going to Chesterfield. My oldest son ended up going to Norfolk State on a full ride scholarship.
Okay, full scholarship. scholarship?
Yeah.
That's the goal, right?
That's the goal.
Right.
And my other son, he ended up being 2014 Virginia State Player of the Year at running back for Bird. So, it's been successful and blessing. So I always feel like giving back to the kids, and it's tough sometimes seeing kids go through situations.
Right.
But I always feel like you give back to these kids, give them opportunities, and that's why I'm happy. Like when we tried the E2E thing and with Breaking Pops, give the kids a chance and opportunity that they'll never in their chance in their life get.
Dre has a question.
Yeah. What do you do at the community? What does that do for the youth? What do the community centers do for the youth?
As far as recreation parks in the city, we allow a whole lot of opportunity for kids. Like we do summer camp, we do like naturally we do sports, outside activities like we do food program in the summertime where they get free breakfast, free lunch. We do like movies in the park. We do, like I said, Richmond Speed Sport. We just do a whole lot, and we got a whole lot of good community centers that give back to the kids that wouldn't really get those opportunities, to be with older adults that care about them.
Right.
And it's just not about you come to play sports for us and then you gone. Like, we have recreation centers that we try to help the kids as they go on in the future, you know what I'm saying? Like, we feel like we want to groom them for better situations. There's no better feeling than you having a kid that come through a program with you, and then you see them older and the success of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I speak on the success of my kids, but I've known a lot of kids that have came through Wrecking Parks and they end up going to college and come back and give back. We had success at our Belle Meade program, now with just boys, where girls end up going at college and came back and was cheerleader coaches for some high school. That was real big to me. And like I said, the biggest thing when you see kids come back and say, I got my degree, or I tried it, or success in business. You know what I'm saying? Like that mentoring aspect where I seen what they did was the right thing and I wanted to. And so that's what I just like to see and give back. And that's what Wrecking Park does.
How it's so powerful when the kids can just come back and say, you were just a great example. Us having that social responsibility to be the example for the kid, be impeccable with our word, and, just give that personal example in their face and online when we post. I mean, there's so much with social media now. The kids, they see how you act, they see how you respond, and they're waiting on your response to say, okay, I know it's okay if I do that.
I didn't get that chance to go to Boys and Girls Club or really on the recreation park till I got older, because I was raised by my grandma. It was a lot of us, so we didn't do that. So as I got old, I always can go back to the coach on the playground or the person that ran the playground. And I come from Southside where Reed, and it was a guy named Ben Shabazz that was our recreation person. And he was kind of influence to me in my early life of, coming up on the recreation, on the playground. It was always somewhere we can go. He made it safe for us. He made it fun for us. And to now, I still got a relationship with him. When I got to high school, my high school coaches became that father figure. You know what I'm saying? I came about a Huguenot with Coach McPhee, and I didn't understand him when I was younger, but as I got older, he made a whole lot of us men and made us understand what it was part of being a man. And one thing he always told us was, if you gave up on your team, you'll give up on your family. So everything I live with in life is this my family. So I'm not gonna give up on them. And like I said, we in Wrecking Parks, all these are kids. So if I give up on one, I'm giving up on all of them.
I remember Mike Robb saying that the measure of a successful coach is someone that those students or those players come back and thank them or say, they did a good job or whatever. And I just heard you say that, so that's a good, But also, I wanted to. You got it.
I think so.
I wanted to ask. Okay, so 2 things. How does a child that may want to be involved with the youth center, how do they find out where to go? What if they don't know? How do they find out or how to get involved?
We have a web page, City of Richmond Recreation and Parks, and you can go on there. But in actuality, recreation parks have programs in every part of town, every community.
Is it easy to find, or is it?
It's easy. Just take for granted, Creighton, Whipham, Mosby. It's playgrounds there. Shimbaraza, Powhatan, Battery Park, Hotchkiss, Pine Camp. Randolph, Calhoun, down in the Southside area, you have Blackwell, you have
Absolutely.
yeah, you have Bell Mead, T.B. Smith, Hickory Hill, Boardwalk. I'm at Southside. You have Reed, you have Humphrey Carter, like I said, Battery, Westover.
So many parts of Richmond. I
It's
feel
different
like
parts.
people kind of forget how big Richmond really is.
Yes.
And the fact that E2E is involved with their fall this year is going to be massive. It's going to be big. Like, it's just such a great opportunity for everyone to get the even playing field. I think the way we have it structured now is pretty amazing, just because at the end of the day, no matter how they played at the elementary level, middle, high school, college, everybody wants to get in that one NFL, right? Like, I mean, we all trying to get to the same platform.
And I always taught my sons and kids on the playground with me, let's take the numbers of what's your chance getting here, but then let's take the chance of you being successful in other areas. Because I tell a story of my closest friend. He was on Parade All-American, All-Metro. I think he was State Player of the Year or something like that. He went to Penn State, played behind LeVar Arrington, but he wasn't successful on that level. But he ended up going to the Army. He's a U.S. Marshal now.
That's
and I always tell a story.
Yeah.
I tell a story of, he went to college. He could have had a chance, and me and him always laugh at it because I tell him now, he done worked in the Pentagon. He done did all that. And he's a U.S. Marshal, so you don't see that a lot, especially coming from the inner city or somebody to be proud of. And I tell them all the time, I'm proud because I couldn't have did it, the next man, but you did it. And that's what I try to tell all kids, like, don't look for the NFL. I tell kids like now, my youngest son, he just qualified for golf. If he make it for golf,
man, that's
I'm good,
nice.
you know?
Yeah.
A little bit of, I can barely hit a golf ball. I'm not even gonna say I play golf. I've tried it. Golf is one of the hardest sports.
I couldn't do it.
I can have fun. I can go to putt-putt. That's about as far as I go.
What is that one where you can hit them off into the
Top Golf.
Top Golf? Have y'all ever been to
Top
Top Golf?
No.
I have not, but we're hoping Top Golf will be a sponsor of ours very soon. So we'll be reaching out because they're opening up one here in Richmond.
Right off.
Yeah.
But what is the Scott's Edition over
Yeah,
there?
yeah,
I tell kids, try tennis, try everything. And that's the other thing, like I said, we have a good sports program in the city where you get to play tennis, you get to do different things.
Just playing a sport, just to try it, just to test out another skill of yours. You know, I really do like what E2E's message is as far as playing with different grades of football players, you know, across different leagues. But in addition, just, you know, I want kids to try different things because you never know what you're good in.
Until you try.
And until you try.
Like, if you don't give these kids different opportunities and different chances to see things, they'll never grow, they'll never understand, you know, like
Tunnel vision. And then people may feel like they're not successful if they didn't finish that one goal. And can you imagine chasing the same goal for 17 years, you know, or maybe 14 years and not getting it?
And that's the biggest thing, like, I don't know, with me, when I grew up, I had opportunities and I let them pass me for following behind what my peers was doing.
Right, thinking what was,
what was cool. I was like, I couldn't lie to you. Like, I was independent, but I kind of, most of my friends played football, most of them didn't. So I was trying to be in the middle between them.
Accepted between everybody,
Yeah.
right? Oh, we all do that.
I try to, like, teach kids now, like, it's cool to be yourself. Have individuality. Like I said, we offer football, basketball, baseball, soccer. We offer all these things for the kids in the inner city. And like I said, it's good because you get chances to interact with other sides that you win. And if you get the kids to interact and kids from Southside, Northside, or wherever,
right,
you build relationship. I graduated early 90s. I never played sports but 2 times as a kid because my mom worked. But I never forgot when I got to Huguenot, it was kids from Boardwalk, Reed, Westover. All of us met and played football together. It was so funny. All of them came from different areas, but we ended up becoming like brothers. And my senior year, we was one game from the state championship, and we played against Allen Iverson. But we always take back and laugh at how we came. First, we couldn't get along. Coach McPhee made us see the bigger goal that it wasn't individual, it was a team sport.
Right. The game.
How many points did Iverson have?
Y'all remember that part?
Don't even talk about it. I didn't even when Iverson
You didn't
came
wanna
out.
go there.
When Iverson came out, I didn't even want to bypass. The funny thing is, we was winning till 8 minutes on the clock, and they ended up beating us in the overtime. And I can actually say I seen the legend begin.
Yeah, right.
And I never forget when Mike was ready to go to Penn State, and another guy named Lucky brought Mike to Bell Mead to meet the kids before he even went to Penn State, and he signed autographs and helmets. And I laugh now because I can tell you, my son had a helmet signed for Mike, and he gave it to my youngest son that's playing now. My youngest son was like, "Man, who is this?" He was like, "That's Mike Robb." You know what I'm saying? And you just, and I can say like with Mike, before he even became the person he was, I can actually say he came back to community centers and seen them. So it wasn't surprising me what he did now.
Right.
And I'm being honest with it. It's not no sugarcoat with it. I remember before he went to Penn State, he came through Bell Mead, took pictures with the kids, signed autographs, and so it doesn't surprise me like what he's doing now.
Yeah.
Look, I know we're all over the place, but I have another question. I've seen it myself, but I want to hear it from you. When it comes to getting these kids to and from the field, and in the mornings before the games, and to and from practice, what does that look like? What is that realistically like?
Yeah, thanks to City for that. That's a big thing because it's tough. I mean, before we came, I was thinking, being a coach and being a person in the city, believe it's a lot that you deal with on a day-to-day basis. Like, you become more than a coach. You become like a father, a mother, an aunt, an uncle, sometimes a granddaddy, because you deal with kids that they don't have resources as the next kid. So you'll find yourself picking a kid up for practice, dropping them off at night, feeding them, sometimes even dressing them. You know, and it's hard, you know, like you're trying to prepare 20 other kids, but it's this one kid that you might have to go and play special attention to. So it's hard. I say it's hard, and I'm not gonna say you look for the reward or the pat on the back, but it has to be done because you don't want to leave no child left behind with nothing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it'd be tough, and I've been blessed the last couple of years that I have good coaches that go above and beyond, and we'll make arrangements for it. And that's the biggest thing. Like, you have to, and that's like in the inner city, we have a whole lot of kids that's being raised by their mom, grandmas, auntie, and sometimes you got some single dads that's trying to make it happen. And don't leave that kid behind. You know what I'm saying? Like, make an opportunity for them, because if you don't know what will end up happening with that kid. You know, transportation piece, we've been blessed that the city provides us transportation to take these kids from where they gotta go, because could you imagine trying to load 21 kids up in a car or trying to get them places? It's a tough thing trying to get prepared on a Saturday morning. You trying to, like I said, you trying to put uniform, pads, and everything on it, and you'll get that one call 30 minutes for the game. You gotta pick John up from 20 minutes away, but you make it happen.
Right.
I want to be a role model to somebody because I had a role model, you know. And some people don't agree with everything that I say or what anybody said, but we gotta look at the bigger good for sometimes in the kid.
The bigger picture, the whole overall. I agree.
If we don't have these kids advance now, who's gonna do it?
Right.
Like, we have to present opportunities for them. We have to show them that it's different.
Thank you guys for joining us. That's been another episode of Beyond the Fields, and we appreciate Mr. Earl for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and of course Dre. I'll let Dre close it out with our phrase, of course.
What a day it is to be E2E.
Peace.